Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my Daily News X, your trusted spot for the latest cosmic updates. Well, I'm your host, Kramer, and today we're turning our eyes skyward to one of the most fascinating objects astronomers have seen in years. So, yes, we're talking about the interstellar visitor, also known as a three-eye atlas. All right, so guys, all eyes are today on three-eye atlas, not just the Hurricane Melissa, by the way. All right, so all the communities, scientists, NASA, respecting this visitor. We're watching this behavior very, very closely, just to let you know. So let's dive in so we can understand better the situation and what's going on with this comet. What is Atlas and how close is it to the sun? Well, Atlas was first discovered on July 1st of this year by the asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, also known as ATLAS, survey telescope in Chile. Observations show that it's an interstellar object, meaning it came from outside our solar system. Because of its orbit is hyperbolic, meaning it's not bound to the sun. Its closest approach to the sun, or perihelion, is occurring today, October the 29th, and it's about 1.36 astronomical units away from the sun. That's roughly about 130 million miles, or 210 million kilometers. It is traveling extremely fast. On discovery, speed was over 130 miles per hour, not seconds. So yes, it is close to the sun in astronomical terms, but it's still well outside the orbit of Earth. It is passing through and is moving on. Now, what does NASA say? Is this a threat or just another comet passing through? Well, according to NASA, Three-Eye Atlas is not a threat to Earth. All right, so there you have it. It would not come on any closer than 1.8 astronomical units. That's about 170 miles close to Earth. It is classified as an active comet, meaning nucleus of ice and dust with coma and tail. And it's following an escape trajectory, meaning it will leave the solar system again. So NASA emphasizes that while its origin is interstellar, its behavior appears consistent with natural cometary activity, meaning just a normal comet. According to NASA, informative, yes. Exciting, yes. Dangerous, no. So please be calm and relax. Now, I want to talk about what the scientists are saying, the scientific community about this, because there's a lot of speculation going around for months. And I want to talk about especially two guys that have been very proactive when it comes to this comet. So here's a breakdown of both mainstream views and more speculative takes on this comet. Consensus versus mainstream view. So scientists observing Three-Eye Atlas report that it shows classical signatures of a comet: coma, tail formation, sublimation of ices at its nearest the sun. Composition studies using instruments like the James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST, and other observatories find unusually high ratios of CO2 to H2O in its gas coma, suggesting it formed in a cold, distant region. It is probably one of the oldest comets ever observed, ages possibly billions of years, and formed around another star system. Now, what are some of the speculative voices around? I'm going to start with Dr. Avi Loeb. He's a Harvard astrophysicist. He has hypothesized that Three-Eye Atlas could be an artificial object, or he means a probe probably, rather than just a purely natural object. So he's very cautious, calling the idea an exercise in what if. But he notes oddities in trajectory, in alignment, and so on. Now, on the other side, we have another scientist. This is Dr. Mikio Kaku. He's a theoretical physicist. He has stated that if Three-Eye Atlas picks up excess energy or displays anomalous behavior as it rounds its perihelion around October 29, that could point to something unusual, possibly intelligent. Yes, that's what he's thinking right now. However, and this is important, the majority of astronomers strongly favor the natural comet explanation. Loeb himself acknowledges the most likely outcome is that it's natural. So yes, wild theories exist, but mainstream science is fairly conservative. Natural comet from another star system, very simple. All right, so now I want to talk about something that is I think it's a little bit funny sometimes. What about theories like Project Blue Beam, energy sucking in the energy from the sun and accelerating towards Earth? You ask, is this related to Blue Beam Project, a conspiracy theory? Will it be sucking energy from the sun or accelerating towards Earth like a A1 Oumuamua? But there's no credible evidence connecting 3i Atlas to any project like Blue Beam, ladies and gentlemen. A hypothetical conspiracy involving fake alien invasion as well. Scientific reporting does not support that, unfortunately. The idea of sucking energy from the sun is not supported by observed physics of comets. 3i Atlas is showing sublimation of ice due to solar heating, like normal comets, rather than engineered energy extraction, like Maikyu Kaku is saying. On acceleration, yes. As objects approach the sun, they speed up due to gravity. So the closer it gets to the sun, the faster it pushes towards behind the sun. And when it leaves, it starts slowing down a little bit. So 3i Atlas is doing and that and will slow again as it leaves. But that's not unusual or alarming. Importantly, it will not accelerate towards Earth specifically, like a lot of people are saying, because its closest approach to Earth is still well over 1 AU away. It's kind of far still. And by the way, his closest approach to Earth, it will not be until December the 19th, which is, we got 2 weeks away from that. So while intriguing, these dramatic theories have little scientific backing. The safe interpretation is still a one-time visitor zooming throughout. Now, what can we expect today from this comet at perihelion? Around its closest point to the sun, today, October the 29th, 3i Atlas will be the most active, meaning it will be heating up, sublimating more ices, producing a stronger coma and tail. Because its position relative to the sun and Earth, visibility may be limited or masked by solar glare. Yes, only the high-end and very technical instruments will be able to see, this comet and very clear. So small entry-level telescope will have, trouble trying to see this comet when they zoom in. So scientists will look for any unusual behavior, sudden brightness burst, changes in tail structure, outburst of energy. This could tell us more about the composition, history, and origin. If it behaves like a typical comet, we'll simply add another data about materials from another star system. Now, if something odd happens, like engineer-looking behavior or unexpected acceleration, well, we all know that speculation will soar. And we'll be watching this very closely, his behavior, in the next couple of, at least 2 days, the 29th and the 30th at least. All right, so what's my final thoughts on this, guys, and those should wrap things up with this podcast. Well, 3i Atlas is a rare, and I get it, and it's very exciting interstellar visitor for a lot of people, especially for the scientific community and the spectators, of this. Only the third confirmed object of its kind, after Boris 2 and Oumuamua. NASA says no threat to Earth, just a fantastic opportunity to study something from another star system. Very simple. Most scientists believe it's a natural comet, 99% of them, by the way. Though there are both voices asking, what if, like Ali Loeb, Dramatic ideas like the Blue Beam Project or energy-sucking spacecraft are fun to ponder, but unsupported by current data. Unfortunately, we need more data to back things up and to connect this to the Blue Beam Project. Today, we're at a key moment of this journey. It means perihelion. So scientists and observatories are watching very closely for whatever it does next. But thanks for joining in for this update. I'll keep my eye on reports as the data rolls in. If any wild surprises happen today, we'll dive into the next time. Until then, keep looking up, stay curious. And if you start gazing tonight, you might just be witnessing a visitor from another star. Thank you for coming and have yourself a great day.